Hey, what's up? This is Joel here at the Chicago Music Exchange, and today we are very excited to introduce to you a brand new line. These are the Echopark guitars, hand-built by one guy, Gabriel Currie, in Echopark, Los Angeles, California, and then eventually started hand-building his own guitars to kind of 50s vintage specifications. Got a few celebrity endorsees, and it's just kind of taken off from there. So the first guitar I'm going to show you is the 59, which is very clearly his take on a double cut Les Paul Jr., with 59 being the operative year. I know he's got a couple of these in his collection, and he's always loved the simplicity. And he's a self-proclaimed P90 junkie, so he hand winds all his P90s to vintage spec. He even goes into the recording studio and records his pickups on his guitars against his vintage stuff from his collection to make sure it's as accurate as possible. And I've got to say, this is one of my favorite new guitars I've ever played. The neck, one-piece Carina with a cool sunburst finish, and it's a pretty huge neck. If you like big necks, you will love this. You can feel the guitar resonating in the neck, and it's just loud. Acoustically, probably the loudest solid body you'll ever pick up. Tone Pro's wraparound bridge that you can actually intonate, which is awesome because those old, pre-intonated wraparounds are a little suspect tuning-wise when you get higher up in the neck. Three-way switch, one volume, one tone. Really cool thing, and it's a great idea. I don't know if anybody else has really tried this before, but on the junior style, you match it with a mini humbucker in the neck, and it's an Amalfitino mini humbucker, hand wound. All the pickups he uses are all hand wound. And it's just a beautiful match. It's the absolute opposite end of the spectrum from the P90, which is all growl and mid-range. You switch over to the neck pickup, is very, very sweet, very mellow. So this is the Clarence, which is clearly based on a Telly style design. Bolt-on, swamp ash body, maple neck, maple fingerboard. Just a three-way switch, one volume, one tone, and then it's got the gold foil humbucker in the neck, which is very, very cool. Kind of one of his signature features of his guitar is the availability of this pickup. It's based off the old gold foil single coil pickup that used to be found in Teisco guitars in the 60s, and he figured out how to get that single coil sound. This is technically a single coil, so it will hum a little bit, but he found out how to get that single coil sound with a more modern amount of output, and then cased it in a humbucker size housing, so you can put it in any humbucker equipped guitar, and in the neck pickup especially is absolutely incredible. Thick, sweet, nice and bitey, but definitely still a single coil. It doesn't get woofy like a lot of humbuckers do in the neck. And it's a great match with this hand-wound Telly bridge pickup. One very cool feature that you might not necessarily notice at first, you look at the back of the guitar here, instead of individual ferrules for the string through, you actually have one large metal plate that sits in the body, and all the strings go through here, and it should increase sustain and kind of the resonance with one big metal piece as opposed to individuals drilled into the wood. Another cool thing here, hand-cut wood for the back plate. Again, the idea is more wood, more tone, so anything plastic you replace with wood, in theory, should just kind of add to that overall warmth and resonance. So all of his guitars have a really thin nitro finish, which is, helps give it that kind of satin look. There's a little bit of gloss to it, but nothing much. And I really like that. It lets the wood breathe a little bit more, helps it to be more resonant, and kind of contributes to the overall tone and also the 50s vibe that he's going for with these.